most of the people are going to sign up, like 80% of them in the first day or two, and then the remaining 20% are going to come filtering in over the next, rest of the week. A little longer yet. And we checked the stats. It turned out that on that slow computer, on that slow internet connection, with 15,000 an hour only, before Backpage stopped me, I got 22,500 out. Now I don't know how many actually went through before Backpage stopped the process to kill off whatever was left over written on the hard disk to free it back up. Okay, I don't know how many went through, but we do know this. Ron wound up with more signups from that hour and a half run than he could get with 3 quad-core computers running in parallel for 24 straight hours. Okay, 72 hours of sending them off. All, 3 computers in parallel for a whole day. All right, hour and a half versus 72 hours. Massive, massive, massive difference. Now, what about the problem was 15,000 an hour blocked it up, right? Well, I normally wouldn't run it that fast. I was just stress testing it. Let me show you something. If I open this up, next time I go to run something like this, take a look at this. I go to the steps, I go to the step involved, edited, bandwidth throttling. I click on that tab, guess what I can do? And I have a preset as I was showing. Anyway, take a look at this. This is just a slider with a number at the top of it, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, all the way to 60, right? 60 units. Well, what's the unit? The delay unit of time. It can be tenth of a second, seconds, or minutes. That means it can go anywhere from 1/10 of a second. 0 just kind of means don't throttle at all. Go as fast as you can. I was sending an average of 4.5 emails a second through to the Backpage email server for an hour and a half. It was bound to jam it. I should set it for what would you guess? How about 1 a second? We know the email server can handle 1 a second without bogging down, so it wouldn't trip up any systems that set off any alarms. If I want to be ultra conservative, by the way, 1 a second, that's 3,600 an hour still. If I want to be ultra conservative, I'd go to like 1 every 2 seconds. Get it? Page request delay. Just request a page once every 2 seconds. You get it? That's still 1,800 an hour, and I'm never going to trip them up. So I can just keep sending and sending and sending and sending and sending and sending, and they're never going to notice, right? That's the idea. You could be more conservative if you want. Who cares? Because you set it to somewhere where it's just going to run forever anyway. You don't need to. 1 a second usually cuts it. Matter of fact, read this. A continuous stream of 10 page requests per second can look and feel like a denial of service attack to an unsuspecting web server. It's recommended that you use bandwidth throttling to limit page requests to 1 every 1 or more seconds. Okay? Yeah, 1 second, 2 seconds, something like that. Maybe 3. 1 or more, 2 or 3, whatever, but here you go. And then if you want to do more, get more computers. I mean, it's nuts how much contacting you can do with something like this. Now, am I selling this to you? No, because I can't. What if 100 people are using this? Then it can't work. Backpage is going to have to block the whole thing out. So here's where it dawned on me what I'm doing next and what I'm offering you next that matters. When I built this thing, I realized this can be built on thousands of sites. There are thousands of sites out there, all kinds of classified boards, bulletin boards, there's member message boards, there's even forums. There's millions of forums alone, and you can cut through most of them and contact many of the members if you can get to the member list. And besides that, there's just all these boards. There's Mundo Anuncio, GG.com, KeyGG.com. I haven't even turned my attention to them. YouTube. I use web macros to build a replier for YouTube that just contacts YouTube users of my choosing and sends my message to them. That's nuts. That's like the Backpage package. And this auto-replier here, like I say, it can work on thousands of sites. Well, I realized I had a choice. Either I build 1 a day, and it takes like thousands of days, and that's if I do nothing else. No marketing, no servicing of anything, no answering any emails, no anything. All I do is just build these things. I can't even run them because I'm busy building them, tying up my computer. Got to get another computer over there running all the time, or whatever the case. And that's kind of cool. There's good money in that. And what I decided is this, and think about it, the kind of power this is. I'd have to sell it, if I sold it on the market, I'd have to sell it to one guy for like $20,000 to be an exclusive owner, and no one else got the rights to it. I never mention it anymore, never use it, probably delete it, or I just keep it up to maintenance him. Okay? He has 100% exclusive control over it, because if two people had it and they were throttling differently and trying to push the edge of the envelope, then it's going to screw it up for both of them. Neither are going to be happy. One guy, his own responsibility, 20 grand. Then I realized, why am I selling it for 20 grand? I'm going to use it to monetize better, more sensibly too for me, because I don't want to build thousands of these on my own. I want to teach you how to build these for yourself and for me. I don't mean to give them to me. I mean, I just want to be in the game. When you build these, you can sell them, you can trade them, you can use them, you can share information about them or keep it private. If you were going to sell them, then you would want to sell them to who? How about other guys who are in on it, who are able to use it? And so here's where it all started to occur to me. Here's what I'm doing. If you go to my website and you go to Strong Tools and you go to Install WSP, get WMS packages, okay, that's Web Scraper Plus, WSP. WM is Web Macros. Okay, if you go here, all right, here's how you install Web Scraper Plus. It's the installation file set and everything you need. It's kind of a pain to install because it's so deep. It gets right into the guts of your machine. Helping you install it is part of what I do when you buy it. Now here's the point. These packages, I'm taking them down, okay? I don't want to sell little packages anymore and then try to service them every time they upgrade, and then a bunch of people contact me saying, hey, I need you to do it. I don't want to do it. I want you to do it, because I am going to show you where this is going to go. Here's what you do. Buy Web Macros, buy Web Scraper Plus. Okay, get both of them. Now, if you go to VelocityScape to buy them, this is $250 there. It's $51 off here because I have a really good relationship with VelocityScape. They do not have an affiliate program, and people don't just sell their stuff, but I do. I've done $40,000 worth of business with them in the past, just having them program stuff for me years ago, until I learned how to use these things on my own and then realized, crap, man, it's not that hard. Get Web Scraper Plus. Again, it's $51 off. You'll save $102 already getting these softwares. Lifetime usage, and I've been using this stuff since 2005 to make my living. I've built lots of packages for myself and other people. Okay, get these, and what'll happen is when you do, pretty shortly here when I get this training up, I'm going to invite everyone to the forum, which is going to be here. Okay, if you go, you'll see it's already in progress. Okay. And here's the different things that are going on. And there's hot conference audio video chat rooms. We're going to do sessions here, group sessions. But here's the point. You're going to get to learn how to do these different things and sell and trade and whatever you want to do. You're going to learn how to build these. I'm going to teach you how. Now, what does it take to teach you how? I'm going to teach you a little basic HTML. Not because you need to know it, but because you need to be able to recognize it to scrape it. After I teach you a little basic HTML, I'm going to teach you how to build up a data page. Okay, a data page is how you capture information off a page. All right, this stuff looks like it might be hard, but it's not. Let's say this, back page 1. Most of you guys know what this is. Without the coding that comes with the images, if we take away the images and the CSS, we just save the HTML page itself. That's the part that matters anyway. What do you see? You see what looks like the front page of back page. It's all the cities and they're all links, right? Well, if I highlight a link, guess what? It just showed me this bit of code, right? Now, what do you need to learn the way of basic HTML coding? You got to recognize how to scrape a link. You got to recognize that ahref equals, and then you got quotes, and then you got a link, and then you got end quotes, and then you got your end caret, that kind of thing. So you got to know that if you want to get this off the page, and you want to get all of them, that follow the same pattern, that you need to isolate that the pattern starts with this and ends with that. That way you can get everything from the middle. Okay?